Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 7 of the Modern Gaming Podcast with Woody and Noble. And tonight we have our second guest ever. You'll notice the top of the screen, we have the wonderful, beautiful, multi-talented bot playing AWyoming joining the podcast. You'll see him on Twitter, AWyoming Gaming, from time to time, his Twitch stream, twitch.tv/AWyoming. And a personal friend of mine for like 4.5 years, something like that. So welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
It's good. He was so on time that he thought it started at 8, so he like literally raced out of his job to get home, thought he was late, gets in the Discord call, and it was like, dude, we don't start till like 9. And here it is a little after 9:30. So, but we appreciate you being on time. So that's a good example for everybody. So, but since I've been gone the last week, adulting and selling a house and stuff, what has the gaming world been up to? What have you guys been playing or doing or anything like that?
Oh, well, I had like 100+ ping on Valorant for like 2 days ever since their update. So I wasn't playing that. So then I was trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do. So I tried playing Warzone, except I realized the entire like Warzone player base is full of pussies. So I didn't really want to play that anymore. And then Fortnite sucks because they put skill-based matchmaking back in the game. And then Sea of Thieves is boring by yourself. And then I tweeted out and asked if anyone would watch an ARC stream, and everyone said no. So I don't know. I'm just kind of here.
He's just here. Andrew?
I was there through most of those tribulations with Woody, except for I enjoyed Warzone, whereas he hated it. And I don't give a shit about Fortnite, so whatever.
Yeah.
Ark, I told him is a good game, but there's not enough content to stream it. People won't watch it. I feel like this is boring. And then Valorant, my ping was worse than his, and he's complaining. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay, listen. It was still bad. Both of ours were still bad.
What was your average?
Like 80 at least.
Mine was 120 minimum.
Okay, well, guess what, buddy?
For the guy who has gigabit internet, he's playing on 120
Either way,
ping.
it's fixed now, so.
Oh, is it? I haven't tried, so
No, yeah,
I was about to have a mental breakdown from that ping.
No, yeah, mine was back to like 40 today. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into all the things that the patch updated, like changes to pretty much every agent in the game except Raze. It seemed like new wall placements, all that kind of fun stuff.
Totally balanced.
Totally balanced character. Raze, 100% most balanced character in the game.
The most balanced character.
Anyway, so before I left to go back to Kentucky for a week, you guys decided to give me a bunch of shit about my name in Warzone. So I thought appropriately that the first topic of the podcast tonight would be either the best or worst gamer tags that you've come across in your entire online gaming career. Like, it's either something that was just like completely so stupid that it made absolutely zero sense, or some that like literally made you spit out your Mountain Dew because you thought they were the funniest thing ever. So backstory on mine, because you guys are gonna rag me about it the entire episode probably. So when I created my Warzone, my Call of Duty account, it for whatever reason would not let me keep my normal alias of Noble Warrior 88, which I've had in every game that I've ever played since I've had an Xbox 360. Like, that was my gamer tag. And for whatever reason, they just wouldn't give it to me. It said it was blocked, or I tried, a couple different variations, tried all lowercase, different capitals, just wouldn't let it go. So I was like, fine, I'll just add an O and be Nooble Warrior 88. Didn't think anything of it, just like, fine, if I'm the guy, running around in Call of Duty, popping off, killing people, I go, haha, Nooble Warrior. Then I play Warzone with these two knuckleheads last week, and they're like, why is your name Nooble Warrior? And I try to explain the same thing to them, and freaking Wyoming over here, like 4 seconds, like, dude, just change your name.
You had all the options in the world to double letter something. You could have chose anything, and you decided
Noble Warrior 87.
Yeah, you could have changed the number. You could have just made it like another R at the end of warrior or something. You had all the options in the world, and you chose the O to make it Nooble.
Yes,
That
because
was
that
a
was
conscious decision. That was a
'cause
conscious choice.
it 100% was a conscious choice, because if I went with 87, then that MLG referee from like 10 years ago in a tournament I played in would have been right when he's like, "Well, what happened to the other 87 Noble Warriors?"
I was going to bring that up.
And I can't let that guy be right, so that wasn't an option. So, but now that I know I can change it, and I have 2 like tokens or whatever they use to let you change it, I'm going to change it the next time I play Warzone, and
To something not stupid.
yeah, to something. No, I'm actually going to add a third O.
Oh,
And I'm just going to stretch out the noob until I can actually win a game of Warzone. Then maybe I'll change it back to normal.
well, maybe if you didn't get scared and hide in buildings, you know. win
Seriously.
some games.
You know,
When
listen.
I reference the player base of Warzone being pussies, you're included.
Oh, okay, that's fine. See how it is. You know, I just like to take the Tim the Tapman approach, is do a ton of damage and get no kills. So, and I need at least like 6 reses per match.
Like Warzone, just there's a couple things they need to do to fix the game. They need to speed it up. Like they just need to speed up the game, make zones faster. Which actually, I'm pretty sure in their last update they actually made the zones slower, which like is completely opposite. You know.
Yeah,
And,
because it is a
I don't know.
pretty big map.
There's like, and I like survivability, right? Like I like being able to like res people and stuff like that, but I feel like it gets a little out of hand when you're getting res 4 times in a fucking game.
Yeah, on top of the
Like,
self revives, your
you
gulags,
die, you go through the gulag, then your teammates res you like twice, and then it's like, dude, like there's already 150 people in the game. Like, just stop. Like they just need to cut it down a bit because it's
to the point
ridiculous.
where in my first life is just a throwaway where I could do something stupid like drive a truck off a mountain and see what happens. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
like,
they could.
Okay, like the other night, I was playing Wyoming in Wubs, and I may.
Oh, there's no May. You did.
I may have drove us off the map. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so I may
Killed
have drove
all
us off the
3
map,
of us.
and I may have got us blown up. But the thing was, though, is that I don't lose gulags. Never had lost a gulag in my life. So obviously, I won the
witnessed you lose
gulag.
He's
Right?
lying.
I literally never lost a gulag in my life.
Never.
So I won the gulag, right? And then we were all back in the game. Nothing happened, right? But like minor details, okay.
I need somebody to
Then
go
the
through
first light
all
just
of.
drove all the way outside of the giant map for 5 seconds, so the car just with all of us in it.
That's horrible. I need somebody to go through all of Woody's
Listen.
Warzone VODs and find him losing a gulag, please.
Oh, there's
You
a
literally
couple.
won't. You
No,
literally
there- I-
won't.
I've seen- I've seen
I have
it.
never
I've
lost
seen
gulag in my life.
I've seen it. I've witnessed
Yeah.
it. I was
Only
there.
gulags I've lost is to cheaters and hackers, and I don't count them.
Oh, that's it. Confirmed. So what?
The best name I've ever seen is Nooble Warrior 88.
I had a guy once that me and an old Halo 3 teammate came across. His name was Touch My Turtle, and my friend literally couldn't make a call out the entire game because he was just laughing. It was like a Construct King of the Hill game, like the entire 15-minute game. He couldn't breathe because he was laughing at this guy's gamer tag so hard. I can't think of any like.
You remember on Halo 3 how you used to say
to be
so-and-so
fair,
killed you?
I can't think of any bad ones that were. I mean, because
well, I can think of a few bad ones, but I can't say in my stream.
Oh,
So you remember how Halo used to say so-and-so killed so-and-so? It would actually say the word killed.
yeah.
I had a guy that I played Halo 3 with. His name was literally a falling melon. So a falling melon killed.
Killed.
so-and-so.
Yeah.
One of my old friends Tanner. His name was A Kitten 007. So every game that says like who killed you by A Kitten.
Everyone always asked me.
007.
I always like Wyoming's not even a real state.
Yeah, because it's not.
I mean,
I
it's a
don't live in
state.
Wyoming.
It's not your fault that only 14 people live there.
Listen, guaranteed. Like if anyone actually sees this on YouTube or whatever, and you live in the state in Wyoming, please comment. I guarantee there's 0 comments. Okay,
I mean,
guaranteed.
let's be honest. How many views do you really get, Woody? Come on.
Wow.
Or-
None from Wyoming. That's
No,
for damn
yeah,
sure. Nobody's
yeah, that's
from
right.
there.
If I pull up the analytics of all the podcasts, you want to know how many are coming from Wyoming? None,
Yeah,
'Cause they're
that includes me,
using-
'cause I don't watch them either.
because they're using central servers from Discord and it's just all pixelated. I can't even watch it.
Seriously. Seriously. Good lord.
So
Stupid. Also, I was supposed to get a dog today, but then I didn't because I'm an idiot. Okay, so question. I was not aware. Okay. Now there's fault at both sides here. Okay, because I was not given all the information, but like I probably should have asked for it. But like I was not aware that they use the same flight information like all the time. So like I was not aware. So like when you look up a flight number, like that
Mhm.
flight number can be the same exact one as like the next day.
Well, yeah, because it goes by the flight path.
See, I didn't know that. Okay, so I was given the flight information, right?
I've never even flown.
I was given the flight information. I just looked up the flight and it was like, it was for today. And I was like, all right, cool beans. Okay. So, we go there and then I went up to because I was supposed to go to the ticket desk and I was like, hey, I don't know if this sounds weird or not, but I'm supposed to pick up a dog here. And they're like, oh yeah, just go down to baggage. And I was like, okay. So I went down to the baggage claim and I was like, hey, there's a dog on one of your planes that I'm supposed to get. And she was like, yeah, the one from Dallas, right? I'm like, yeah. And she was like, well, I didn't. She's like, I know there's one coming, but I didn't know if it was today or tomorrow. I was like, okay. And then so I gave her like the bill number, and she like looked it up, and she was like, well, there's nothing there, but that kind of happens a lot. So like, don't worry about it. I'll just go check the baggage. So she goes to check the bags off the plane, and she's like, yeah, there was not a dog there. And I was like, huh, interesting. And then she was like, I just like called the breeder or something. So I was like, okay. And then I called the breeder and she was like, yeah, it's for tomorrow. I'm like, huh? And so like I looked up, like literally it's the same exact flight, same everything except for tomorrow. And I was like, I gave her the bill number and so she verified it was for tomorrow. And I was like, bruh. It's
Well,
literally this, like
gotta
everything's
figure-
the same except it's just
Now,
You
tomorrow.
gotta
Same
figure that
plane. Like
commercial flights go from our area, from like hubs, because people fly for work.
to be fair, well, she didn't give me a date either. But like I probably should ask for it.
you're gonna get there tomorrow, and there's not gonna be a dog on the plane, and you're gonna freak out.
If there's not a dog on the plane tomorrow, I'm
Can we get a live Twitch stream
we get a
tomorrow of
live
Woody
Twitch
picking
stream
up the
of it?
dog from the airport?
Yeah,
no,
I
I'm
was
not gonna
thinking-
doctor disrespect it.
yeah. Maybe you.
I'm
walk
not telling you to
around-
go into an
Yeah, just
airport
walk it.
bathroom and record anybody. I'm just saying, just
I mean, you'll get a dog going to the bathroom because he's been on a plane. So
yeah, just like go through TSA and take all your viewers through the dog
isn't-
pickup
wait, is that-
experience.
Question, is that like, can you record in an airport?
technically, probably. However, I'm sure
I
that
don't-
security will stop you.
Yeah, that's not like, I'm wondering like if you even be allowed to do that. I feel like you
Well,
would.
there's only one way to find out.
There's
Yeah,
only one
well,
way to find out. Yeah. I was
do
like,
it.
I wonder if that's a thing. I'm kind of curious. But yeah, I'm not gonna gonna try it out. No, I'm not.
So the
It's so bad.
yeah, so hopefully you get your dog tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
instead, I go try to record there, and it's like instead of getting a dog, I get arrested.
You get arrested, yeah, it's
Or
great.
there's just a sea otter on the plane, not a dog. Who knows?
Yeah. So episode 8 of the Modern Gaming Podcast with Nooble and Nooble, because Woody could make Bond. So. Held on some felony charge of recording in an airport. I don't know what that's about, but
Yeah, I don't know why he would think that was a good idea.
Yeah, weird.
so.
Weird.
Now to raise
Weird.
Woody's blood pressure with ping and everything else, the Valorant patch notes 0.5. So it's this was like an insanely huge patch. Like I've seen things on
Very.
Twitter even a couple days after the patch has come out about the cracking down even more so on cheaters, they claim, and and a whole bunch of other things. But like the big takeaway for me from the patch was the change to the economy and the reasoning behind it, because to me it doesn't line up. Like it doesn't make sense. So they went from 12K to 9K.
Yeah, it should have been changed from 12K, but I think 9K is a little bit too low.
Yeah, because the reasoning they gave was that, if you max out, Riot said that it was too hard for the team without the money to overcome the deficit. My counter
Which
to
in a way
that
it is.
is that realistically, for somebody on the other team to get to 12K, they're either like just buying a Vandal or whatever and just running the table, like not dying for 4 rounds in a row and getting to 12K, or they're intentionally not buying on rounds that they lose to get to 12K. So if that's the case, like you're already putting yourself in a hole to get there. Like
I think the cap's weird. I think they should have made changes to like how much money you get per round and stuff like that. That's what they should have changed. Because I think what is annoying is like, so if you lose the first round, the first pistol round, you're down 2-0, pretty much. Because like you lose that first round, team that one's gonna force, you're gonna save, at least you should. So like you're basically, if you lose the first one, you lose the second one. So you're basically down 2-0. And it's like there's a lot of situations like that where it's like you get into an econ spot where you just have to give rounds. And that kind of sucks. So it's like maybe what they should have done is like edited how much money you get for the losers, but then it's like you should reward the winning team for winning.
you
But
should,
I
but
don't know.
maybe it should have been more individual based, to like if in that second round or in that first round, the like one guy gets 4 of the 5 kills, like he's the only one that has the econ. Instead of the entire team picking up like 3K, like, oh, okay, here we are round 8. I'm like 1-7 in the game, but because my team's winning, I'm getting pumped all this money. And I could be bottom fragging on my team, and they're just telling me, look, just buy sheriffs. You have the money, you can buy our weapons. And I don't know how much value that has versus letting somebody, like, if you're legitimately good enough, you're going to get to whatever cap there is, right? Like, if you're just hitting shots, getting kills.
Yeah, like, I do say, I mean, I'll hit the 9K a good amount. But honestly, though, like, I don't think I've ever really ran into a situation, though, in game where I felt like the 9K wasn't enough, though.
No, I would always feel good, like even
I've
at
never
12.
felt like, oh, I need 12K. Like, I haven't felt that at all.
No, the only reason that I would feel like I needed 12K would be like I'm good for the next like 4 rounds, easy, and maybe 3 to 4 rounds anyway if we're winning, and I'm buying for somebody else. My big issue with 9K is if you lose a round and you go Vandal, full shields, and all your abilities, you're spending ballpark 50% of your econ.
Yeah.
It's about
And if you
4,500.
and if you lose that round, you're at like maybe 6K, and then you have to buy again. So one round has passed, and before the start of that second round,
that's their reasoning, though, is that, like, that team that gets high in econ, like, if they lose 2 full buys in a row, they should be penalized for that. And the way, like, when you have, if you get 12K, you're not going to be penalized. I think that's the reasoning for it.
I almost think that it's
because the biggest issue with 12K, okay, is like ops are really fucking good in the game, right? 12K gets you 2 full buys with an op without getting a single kill.
If you die.
Yeah, if you die.
If you don't die and don't get a kill, then like every round you don't, you're basically getting a round extension on your op.
So it's like, I don't know. I think 9K is fine. I mean, maybe it could be like, maybe bump up to 10K. Maybe. Especially with they up the costs, and I know that I think they lowered some of Jet too, but I know they
you could even
Sage's wall. Sage is a really fucking expensive character.
Yeah, or you could even change the econ based on the weapon that you're getting the kills with. Because they say that they want you to because with 9K, to me it just is going to create a seesaw back and forth to where, okay, we lost 2 rounds, we have no money. Like, it forces the team that has the econ literally to win every round and to play perfectly. So it's either going to be like a massive blowout, or it's just going to be back and forth. Like, we have the econ, now they have the econ. Now we have the econ, and just you're not going to get enough games that have that big enough spread to help you rank up.
I think with the way they have it now is good for, like, forcing the team that has the econ advantage to actually keep it without having such a large cushion.
But see, I would think that if your team had the lead and you had the econ, you wouldn't force. Like, you can just, if you're up like 7-4, 8-4, something like that, you even if you lose a round, you're like, okay, we just give a round, go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have such a large cushion if you have the econ and you have the advantage, that like you can just sit on that the entire time. So the losing team is having to force, and you can literally just sit and do nothing practically.
Essentially, the econ change is going to make the games more balanced as opposed to the 13-2s. It's going to be more like 13-10, 13-9s.
Yeah.
Right, but based on the feedback they gave when rank came out, that means it's going to take you longer to rank up, because they like flat out said that they want the wider the margin, the faster you're going to rank up on top of your individual performance.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's how it should be, though.
All right, I didn't sneeze. We're good.
Okay.
But I mean, that's how it should be, though. Like, you shouldn't be, ranking up in a day from fucking like silver to diamond. So, like,
And yet
it
there are
should
people
take
that do
time.
it.
Yeah, there are people that do it.
I
mean, if they're
got really excited, guys.
Why?
My roommate brought me patty nuts.
I like
Your
patty nuts.
roommate spoils you. But
Seriously.
yeah, I mean, they had the econ change. It seemed like they did a lot of map changes with like the gates, like where teams spawn and where they can peek. And it seems like the attackers, from the notes that I read, have better options at the start to get faster peaks, and they could see corners they couldn't before.
They made some changes on split too. They made split B a little bit easier to attack.
Oh yeah, what they do to split B? I haven't played since the update.
So like in Heaven, so when you go through mid and you go up the ramp to B Heaven, that like left corner, you'd have to check that.
Oh
peak.
yeah, they wedged it.
They wedged it so it's smoother. So you really don't even need to peek it. You can see it going up the ramp.
Yep. Okay, I actually did notice that one.
Yeah. Which, like, I know, people are probably like, well, it's only one peak, but like, you have to look there every time. So it's like, if someone's holding that right side, like, you have to check that peak, which is only advantage to that person that's on the right side in the first place.
Right.
So it's just one less thing to have to check, which is huge.
I just don't like how fast we moved on from making fun of Mark for being
Nooble Warrior, dude. Like,
I'm sure it'll come back. Okay, if I could change my name in Valorant to Nooble Warrior, I would. Maybe I'd get out of Iron too.
Talk about how this man goes. Well, I can't change my name now.
Listen, I'm gonna change it. Okay, I'm gonna change it every game now. I'm just gonna be Nooble Warrior forever. Okay.
All right, as long as you're gonna own it, so I can talk shit to you every game. I'm in.
That's fine. I have no issues owning it. I'll just change my name forever.
And then I'll beat you in every game but Overwatch.
It's a fact. What else did the patch like big? I mean, I know that they updated like
they buffed Omen a little bit, made his smokes last a little longer.
I know they took
Jet's still useless.
They basically took Cypher's cage away from him, other than blocking vision.
I think the Cypher, his cage slowing you and like stunning you was really really OP. Not OP, but just made him as a character just that much better and that much more versatile. Like, you could literally, as a Cypher, you could literally solo the whole point. Like, on split, like, if you had a Cypher on B, that's all you needed. Because like, he could put two like traps. He could put a cage and then put a trap on garage. No one's getting through that. And it's like, they'll trigger the trap, which already slows them. Then they're in the cage, which slows them and stuns them. And it's like, during that time, you already have, like, that few seconds is a difference between them having the positional advantage to get a plant versus you being able to rotate. And it's like, I mean, it was ridiculously bad how does OP he was.
Especially considering the fact that they had all those spots where you could put cameras where you couldn't even see them.
Yeah, those were a problem. Yeah, the exploits were bad.
Yeah, I think Heffrey had
arrows, nuts on certain maps.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kefri had that video on a Cypher where they were solo holding B in like a 1v4 and just threw everything they had at once and then clutched the 1v4. because they had the
Yeah.
tripwires and the cameras and the cages, and like, okay, I know where they all are. Pop, 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 and
Yeah.
that's it.
I
Boom.
mean,
it's over.
Yeah. So being able to run through it is really, really huge. Like it's a huge difference.
And I
See,
did notice a
definitely
change.
Mark's because he just runs through with a rocket launcher.
Look, that's true. That game that you and I played that one time was
That one time.
epic.
So,
Yeah.
so long story short, I'm raging out. It's like 7-2.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
losing
getting rolled.
7-2, and I'm mad because this Omen. I keep almost killing him, but our random keeps blocking my peak, and he just keeps getting me on BS, and I'm losing it. And Mark's like, "No, we'll just go together." So we're calling out. Me and him are just rushing A side split, and all of a sudden the game turns around. We go on defense. We start playing peekaboo around these corners, and I don't know how, but we won 13-9.
What's like I forget. I think the biggest comeback I've had was like 11-2.
I think I was there for that. That
Yeah.
was on Haven.
That was a while ago though.
That was on
That
Haven.
was a while ago.
That was
Yeah.
a rough game at the start. But we were on attack.
Yeah.
We were like, whatever, we'll lose attack and clutch on defense. And then we did.
Yeah, I've had
Yep.
I've been down like 1-7 or 1-8 on defense and came back and won the game 13-12. That's probably my biggest one.
That's
That's the
impressive.
thing. Like I honestly, if I have a squad, I like attacking first. But
Yeah,
like
because
if it's
defense-
if it's solo, like I don't know. If it's solo, I like defending first because usually you can get like I don't know. It's the morale boost. You'll win a
Yeah.
couple rounds. And
Right.
it's like when it's
Attacking
solo,
first is
you know.
almost like overtime in college football where you want the ball second.
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
what you have to do. It's like the
And
best
it's
way that I can look at it is it's like, okay, we're coming out of attack, we know we have to do X to win the game.
Yeah.
And I think even with the patch, if you win 4 rounds and you're attacking first, your odds are you're going to win the game.
yeah.
If you
I mean,
win
know,
like
yeah.
if you win like
Especially
0
when
to
you
2
know
rounds on attack, you're
at that
probably just
point-
outskilled at that point. There's nothing you're going to be able to do on defense. You might win more rounds, but it's probably like a 13-6, 13-7 loss.
Another
If
thing
you're
about starting attack first is you can scout their top fraggers. So like on defense, you see that top fragger, everyone rotates and kills him. So the team
Yeah.
is like down, like our top
Yeah.
fragger's gone. It's different. If you're on defense first, it doesn't matter who their top fragger is because he might be bad at defense.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I feel like when you're coordinating stuff like that, I think I like to attack first.
100%.
But because like I feel like it's a huge morale boost too.
It is.
And
You come out of an
overall,
attack
it-
round like down 5-7 and you're like, "Okay, we
Yeah.
got this. It's easy."
And then defense with an overtime, if it does get to 12-12, I'd much rather be on defense.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. For sure. I hate around 25 on offense. Like
Did they change the
You're practically
econ
fucked.
max for round 25 or you still get 5k?
no, it's still 5K.
I like
Yeah.
that it's 5K though, so people can't just get an op. I hate that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but if you
could
get it
just do
up,
it-
you're
I mean, you
small
could just
shield.
do what me and Shazam do. I buy him an op, he buys me a Vandal, I take a small shield, he takes a big shield. Comedy.
It's actually smart.
It really makes people mad because they're like, I shot you, and he's like, I had full shields. You had an op. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is actually.
People just that is actually smart though.
It was
That
all
is
my
actually
plan.
smart.
Shazam was like, Are you sure? And I was like, Dude, we're gonna win. Just do it. It's okay. If I die, I'm the
Dude,
lowest.
it's
I'm,
okay.
I'm the bottom of the board. Like if I die, it's cannon fodder. You have an op.
All right.
Woody
one thing
Woody will
I
be
wanna
trying
do,
that
though-
in his next Valorant stream. He'll be like,
Oh,
"Hey,
yeah, actually,
so
yeah.
somebody buy me an op so I can buy full shields and all my
I do
abilities."
it, but I'm only an iron, so
Yeah, right.
that's an iron
Yeah.
tactic.
So,
It's an iron tactic.
hey, me and you are gonna run through iron. Okay, we'll be
I've
bronze
been
by
waiting
like,
for you all freaking week so we could grind, bro.
dude. I had to go sell a house. Okay, there
Dude, I'm
were.
about to go to your old house and shit on the doorstep.
I wouldn't do that because there was a beehive growing in the front door, so I'd be
I'm
careful.
scared of bees.
I don't know if you
Dude,
got if you
last
got your
summer, there's this split in my siding for my house where it like opens up so there was a hornet's nest in my siding to my house. I was very mad.
Just tell them to go away.
I go outside
Yeah,
and these
right?
hornets are swarming around where my
Just-
dog is. I didn't like
Bro,
this. So I
just
took
like
my hat, which is the one I used to wear, and I chased these wasps around my backyard with a hat and was just swatting them out of the sky. It was crazy.
bro, just
My roommate was dying.
like look at the wasp mess and just be like, hey, can you go away?
Yeah,
Well,
get out.
Oh no, I got better than that.
Hey.
So after I swatted like 30 of these
It's a
wasps,
no wasp zone.
I took the spray that's like ants, wasps, spiders, and just sprayed it into the hole in my house. I didn't see them again. I had like a full on like wasp.
Dude,
water.
we actually on my brother's shed in the backyard, we have it's a really tiny hornet's nest at the moment. Like it's like just starting out. And we were
Yeah,
trying to
wait till
get
summer. They'll be there.
yeah, they'll be there. But we were trying to get raid for taking care of it. And my brother we went to like 5 different fucking stores around here. Everyone is out of raid because everyone's going insane over
And
this like
buying
killer
everything
hornet. Yeah,
normal.
they're
Yeah.
the killer hornet thing. Like everybody's buying raid as soon as it gets stocked. So it's like we went there. We're like, bro, we have an actual like nest, and everybody's like, yeah, we like as soon as it stocks, it's gone in like an hour. And I was like,
My friend
holy
is a pest
shit.
control guy, so I just have him mix me this concoction of commercial death, and then I spray it
Yeah,
at
that's
these
what like we
wasps.
were talking to the guys there. We're like, yeah, there's he like gave us examples of some things we can do at home. And
I mean, you
make
could just
randomly
watch the
here,
videos
bro.
on YouTube where people make homemade flamethrowers and just take care of it that way. You
Yeah,
know,
just
Yeah, just burn down your whole house. Who
yeah,
cares?
it's just a
Sounds
shed.
good.
I mean, whatever.
You'll
It's
be
a-
in, you'll be in
It's
the
just a
commercial.
shed,
You'll be
I
in the
mean.
commercial where they're like, "Well, that lightning hit my she shed and burned it down." It'll be
Yeah.
Woody's she shed.
Yeah, just claim like insurance something saying that they were. It's
Yeah, they
hazardous.
definitely won't have documentation of this insurance fraud on the internet, Woody.
Yeah, it's hazardous to your new puppy's health. You have to kill
Bro,
the
I'll
beehives.
just delete the VOD, okay?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, but Mark won't delete the video. Let's be honest. Look,
Listen, I can
this
edit
man
this
looks
part
bad.
out. Okay, would you just be quiet?
Well,
Yeah,
you can't
seriously.
edit it out if I talk about your square ass head and your
Yeah.
Lego hair. Okay.
Listen, my Lego hair is legendary. Okay, would you just let it go?
Yeah, but let's talk about how your beard just disappeared and came back as scary.
The beard. I'm
mine's
glad it's
bad.
coming back.
Mine's real bad, but I'm just lazy. Yours, you
I'm
shaved it
just
all,
lazy.
and you look scary without
You
your
do
beard.
look scary.
I do.
Like you look like if I met you in an alleyway, you'd shank me before talking.
Hey, look, I made a bad bet. Okay, there's really
Yeah,
nothing
well,
I can do about that.
Seriously, bad bet. Indeed, bad bet. Like really bad. Like probably
Yeah.
shouldn't do that
Their
again.
physical appearance on a bet.
Yeah, you
Listen, it
shouldn't
could
do
have been worse. I could have lost the beard and had like a bright pink mohawk. Okay, I got
Dude.
lucky to get out with the beard.
I think the bright pink mohawk would have sold the look though.
that.
No.
With the beard though, it probably would have been pretty good.
No, without the beard. Like if he had a mohawk instead of his normal hair, it would have been a complete
Ooh.
transformation, different guy.
Yeah,
But
he
with-
would have been a different person.
See what I'm saying? Like it would have
100%.
been okay. But with still the same hair and no beard, he looks like he got in an
Death.
accident. Like he fought a lawnmower violently and lost. You know
Well,
what I mean?
look, I just need a haircut
Man.
place to open up in Indiana, and I can get my hair cut, and everything will be right with
If
the
I
world
took my
again.
head off, we'd be laughing for a while because like I'm balding right here.
It's okay.
It's
Oh, you know
just,
what? I'll just do it. Content. Let's.
Content.
just take the hat off.
Any balding, you're good.
It's thickening up because of my medicine, but it's balding.
You're chill.
Look. This is short.
It's
Look
a
how long
lot.
my
You got
back
a
of my
lot
head
of
is.
hair. You're good. You're
That's
good.
actually the most hair I think I've ever seen him with.
Yeah, it's because my medicine works. It's just taking its sweet ass time. I also lost like 50 pounds.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Why are you complaining?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. for
Jesus,
real.
dude. Eat a cheeseburger. God damn.
You know why he's you know why
You know
he's
what I
complaining?
mean?
You know
Why?
why he's complaining?
Why?
Because he's wearing a freaking The Ohio State University T-shirt, and that's just what they do. They complain about everything. Okay,
That's
What
true.
they do.
He's eating the patty melt right now.
Yeah. Fuck the Buckeyes.
The-
Also, fuck Notre Dame.
Yeah. Yeah, both.
Freaking.
So,
Notre Dame.
Andrew, we the last episode we did before I left, we celebrated Mario's 35th birthday, and before we share the announcement that Nintendo made today, what in your opinion is the best Mario game of all time? Not game that Mario has appeared in, but like flagship, like
Mario franchise. Got it.
yeah.
Are we talking nostalgia? Are we talking
Anything.
those
Like
fun games?
Anything. Just like.
like
never
your
gets to you
opinion, the
personally.
best flagship Mario game.
That's tough, dude. I've narrowed it down to 2 in my head. Like,
Which
I guess so
are
too.
I mean, you always got to throw out N64 because Super Mario or Mario 64 was just legendary.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was a genre defining game.
Yep.
Like that and Zelda Ocarina of Time made 3D games a thing. But then Odyssey on the Switch, such a beautiful game, and it made Mario accessible to that younger generation that didn't really know about Mario in that form. They were Super Mario Maker. Mario
See,
Galaxy.
here's the thing, though, Wyoming. Here's the thing. See, you're wrong because you didn't say Super Paper Mario.
I don't like Super Paper Mario. I don't like.
But you
RPG.
know it exists, though, right? Like,
Yeah, but I won't play it.
okay, well, here's the thing. We read a Mario freaking like top 20
Aw,
list, and
thanks,
Super Paper
Daxie.
Mario was not included. Okay.
Well, that's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
Thank
This man gets
Thank
it.
you. Thank
gotta
you.
acknowledge-
Thank you.
You gotta at least acknowledge that the game exists.
Thank
Like,
you.
It was an okay game, and the second one was pretty
Okay.
good. Hold on, I don't like RPGs, so my opinion is skewed. The only
Okay.
RPG I've ever enjoyed was Bethesda, but I'm not gonna say that Super Paper Mario was trash. I'm not
Thank you,
gonna
though,
put it on
actually,
my
yeah.
list. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. Because
Yeah.
that's my opinion. I don't like RPGs that much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
just
tell
think,
you the list that we
shit they put
used.
ahead of it, like,
Yeah, neither one of the games that you listed were number one.
It's wrong.
yeah.
I think
What's number
Mario
one?
64 was 2,
64 should have been 1.
and
how about
Odyssey was like 7th.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they had Super Mario Galaxy as number 1.
I don't.
Galaxy
didn't
was
like
really
Galaxy.
fun, but
I didn't like
yeah.
it. I didn't like it. I don't know why. Probably because it was on the Wii U, and I didn't like that console. But you know,
No,
whatever.
Galaxy was on the Wii.
Both of them were on the Wii.
Just regular Wii.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so I didn't like that console either. I skipped the Wii and the Wii U. They suck.
You know probably why you didn't like it? Because
Why?
you're an Ohio State Buckeyes fan.
All right. You know what, Woody?
Because you're
You
wearing
know
an
what?
Ohio State shirt and a
Yes,
Minnesota
myself.
Vikings hat.
Hey,
You know what?
Hey,
It's totally fine. But the reason that I asked you,
college team.
Listen, I'm from Alabama. Okay?
Oh, Alabama. Here
Roll
we
Tide.
go. Roll Tide. Hop on the bandwagon, Woody.
Hop on the bandwagon. Sorry, genetics.
I'm
genetics.
from Kentucky/Ohio.
To be fair, Alabama rolls the Tide like 3 months out of the year, and they're terrible in every other sport they compete in.
Listen, basketball actually wasn't bad last year. Was it last year or year before?
1 year out of the 40. Like what?
Not like by bad for Alabama, like not bad meaning like they made the tournament. Like
No,
what is?
Yeah, they made the. Yeah, they were in the
like
tournament.
it's like different standards for Alabama. Football,
Actually,
yes.
I think it was this year. I think this year they were gonna be. in
I'm
the
pretty
tournament.
sure. I'm pretty sure Nick Saban could run
yeah,
for
yeah.
president, and he would win Alabama in a landslide.
That's
Like not even no
absolutely
doubt.
There's not a
True.
doubt. There's not a doubt about that.
That's not a doubt. No. Yeah, absolutely.
Same
Like
with
the
Urban
like
Meyer and Ohio,
sure.
even after all the crap.
like the
Yeah.
other candidates wouldn't even have. They wouldn't even campaign in Alabama. They're like, well, we got
No.
49 other states we can win.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. But the reason that I asked about the Mario game, Andrew, is because Nintendo, randomly out of the blue today, decided to drop a release trailer for the first Paper Mario game on the Switch,
Oh, what are you
called
excited?
Paper Mario: The Origami
actually.
King. So I
Is it
saw the
the
trailer.
Luigi?
I have never played a Paper Mario game. I never did on, I think there's one on the GameCube, and
It's turn based. Like that's what I don't like about it.
so it's basically like Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
But I mean, the trailer looked cool. Definitely had some, some interesting things. I think it's a game that I could get into, and my wife was like, "Oh, what's that game?" Because she's never played a Paper Mario game, so she's excited for it. And
Is all
Nintendo
Paper
dropped
Mario
this trailer, and the game comes out in like 2 months. I think it's like July
think so.
17th or 19th.
Now I have to check because I'm confused.
Pro check for. What are you
I don't
looking
know.
for?
I'm wondering if all the Paper Mario games are turn based or if I'm just insane.
That's the impression I got, was that it was
Honestly,
like traditional.
The only one I played, I didn't know there was other Paper Mario games. I only thought it was the one
Yeah.
on the Wii that I played.
It's a traditional role play game with turn based. Okay, most of them are turn based.
Yeah.
if not all.
There's more than the one on the Wii.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There was one on hold on. Developed and published for the N64. It was first released
Really?
in 2000. And 2001 was when it was re-released.
I didn't know that.
Virtual.
Oh dang, that's like the end of the N64 life cycle. Then like squeeze that game out.
Paper Mario was definitely. I remember it being on the N64. I think. Let me see. Paper Mario N64.
But yeah, and that's kind of where like Nintendo is. I think has always been a little bit ahead. Is they'll just randomly like wake up one day and like boom, Nintendo Direct. Here's a 40-minute trailer of what we're working on, just out of the blue.
Yep. So yeah, it was on N64. It's on GameStop's website.
So it's like a 20-year franchise that they're bringing back. So
yeah,
it'll
they were never bad games. The stories were good. The game was like crisp. The problem was always for me, RPG and it's like strategy turn-based. Like I don't do that. The only ever strategy turn-based game I've ever enjoyed was Pokemon.
Yeah.
And even then,
I don't know. I enjoy strategy games, so like I don't know. You probably hate Civilization then.
Civilization is like the other exception. I like playing Civ if I have friends to troll only.
Oh, okay.
That's
like,
it. He's like, that's it.
Yeah, I used to
I'm the dude that built up technology and just randomly shows up at your base like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
like,
see, like my family,
tanks?
Civilization was a game we always used to play together. Like especially like during the summer, like winter break or something like that. We would all we were just in the house and we're just like, hey, let's just play Civilization. And what I would usually do is I would just make sure I had the most amount of gold of anyone, and that I'd pay people to go to war.
Yep.
So like, like I would pay one of the computers to like go to war with like my sister, and then I'd hear my sister yelling, be like, "Why did this person declare war on me?" I'm like, I have no idea, bro.
I didn't know.
Dude, he is the definition of a shadow government. You were a puppet society.
Literally, I would just pay people to go to war with each other. It was so fun.
Hey, you ever played Halo Wars? I really enjoyed just picking the grunts with the suicide grenades and just sending a lobby of them at an enemy. Hilarious.
Yeah, I did. The strategy game I got the most into was StarCraft 2. Like when it first hit PC.
StarCraft 2.
There was one game I had on PS3. It was a really old one though. I actually enjoyed playing it. It was a Tom Clancy game. It was called End War? It was a strategy. I think it was called End War. I don't know if it was turn-based, but it was a strategy game. Like you did no fighting in it. It was all like
Tom Clancy's End War is a real-time tactics game.
Yeah, that one.
PlayStation 3. Yeah, that's
it. I played that game a long time ago, but like my brother ended up getting it somehow, and like he didn't really care for it, and I don't know, I liked it. It's weird.
You guys remember when the N64 required you to get the Rumble or like the red?
The expansion pack you had to put in the system.
It was like additional RAM, so it could run more complex games like Majora's Mask and Donkey Kong 64.
64. That's how I got mine.
Remember when GameCube memory cards were like 8 megabytes?
Oh, dude,
dude, the memory card is nostalgic, and when you had to sit there and figure out what save file you were getting rid of.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude! Metal Gear Solid and had that boss tell you other games you played and freak you the hell out.
I never played.
I was never an me either.
I think it was
never a Metal Gear guy.
But if you were on GameCube, he would read your memory card and tell you like, "Oh, I see you enjoyed playing Animal Crossing," and you're like, "What?
That's fucked."
Hello?
So the Russians been hacking us for 20 years. What you're saying, basically?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it tripped up because this is before people were going online to get guides. They were buying the magazines.
Right. Yeah.
So like they were there, but most people had dial-up, so no one really posted on the forums. So like if you go look, you'll see a bunch of questions like, "How did so and so read my? How did they know I played this game?" And it's like unanswered for years because there's no point answering it now.
So speaking of dial-up, I got a funny story back in the day. So I had a Sega Dreamcast, which, side note, completely underrated console. Okay, that thing was awesome. Listen, mine didn't. Okay, my disk drive went like super warp speed, and it would sound like a jet engine in my room.
Yeah. That's the first sign that they're going to catch fire.
And then it stopped working. I was so sad because the Sonic Adventure games were amazing. Crazy Taxi was the shit. It was amazing. Great game.
And didn't catch fire.
Listen.
In your home.
Segas were not fun.
Oh, wait a minute.
The
So
dream.
you
Look,
did
the
Whoa.
the
Whoa.
Dreamcast introduced me to like the
The
2K
games
sports.
on Sega were so weak.
No, the NFL
Honestly,
2K1 and NBA 2K1. Those games were legit sports games back in the day. That's where like the 2K franchise started. Basically, it was good.
The league, though? Like, just pump this guy full of steroids. He'll be all right.
Yeah, it's
The
fine.
only game on the Sega that I actually enjoyed playing was like the original Mortal Kombat.
Did you play Space Toads or the Lion King?
I mean, Space Toads or Battle Toads?
I'm sorry, Battletoads. You're right.
I don't know. Never even heard of them, to be honest.
Now, in my opinion, Sega lost as soon as the N64 came out because Duke Nukem 64 was incredible. Super Smash Bros. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Mario 64. Like,
Mario Kart
Yeah,
64.
we also like.
Mario
I
Kart.
never owned a Sega either. Like I would go to I would go to my friend's house and play the like OG Mortal Kombat on the Sega, but I would never own a Sega.
So, what I did with my Dreamcast, so my dad he was gone. I forget where he went for the day. So it was just me, my brother, my mom, and my aunt were at the house. And my dad, after I begged him, I was like, I wanted to play like NFL 2K1 online. And you know, you had to like hook it up through like the phone jack port and do some other stuff. So like, yeah, I can figure this out. I was like 12. So I get the cable, plug it in, try to connect to the internet, and it asks you all these questions for like these like, you know, area code numbers and stuff like this. So I'm just like, I don't know this. Like, let me just put a bunch of different numbers in. So I put like, they were 3 separate questions. So the first one I put 1, second one I put 9, third one I put 1, just to like get through it or whatever. Fill out everything else, hit like submit. Then a big long number comes up in a box, and the first 3 digits are 911. So I freaked out and I hit cancel. So I'm like, okay, well that couldn't be anything, right? Like how I just put numbers in. I'm like, okay, I'll just figure this out later. Shit you not, like 20 minutes later, 2 police officers show up at my house with flashlights, like looking through all the windows. My mom and my aunt are outside in the garage. They walk out and they're like, can we help you? Because they have no idea what's going on. And the officers say, well, we got a 911 distress call from this address. And my mom's like, well, who called you? Like they're like, and I'm in the first room of the house listening to this conversation. I haven't told anybody. I didn't even tell my brother. Like I was just trying to figure this out. So they come in the house and look at me, and the cops are still outside, and they're like, we have 2 cops outside. We have no idea what happened. I'm like, I don't know why they'd be here. Like I'm just playing video games. Like, so one of the officers comes in and is like, so there's no distress? My mom's like, no, we're fine. And the officer's like, can we look around? I'm like, okay. So they like walk through the house or whatever. My dad still hasn't come home yet. And they're like, well, okay. I mean, we like when these kind of phone calls happen. You know, we just, you know, we thought that something was wrong and came over here. That's why we brought backup. And to this day, I never told anybody.
I'm telling your mom. She's going to see this video.
She is. Maybe she'll actually watch an episode. It's
Wait, so you call?
I called 911 for my Sega Dreamcast.
911 for Sega Dreamcast. Have you ever heard of that one? That's a new one.
Yeah. No, I'm dead serious. And that was the only time until I got an Xbox 360 I tried to play games online. It was horrible. I was like, that was traumatic.
I used to play Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2, and good God, were those 2 servers awful.
Can't get over you called 911 from your Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah, can you imagine Nooble Warrior using a Sega Dreamcast to call 911? It was great.
Oh,
it was so good. Yeah, that's probably
rich.
the.
And did you guys notice that I'm back in my crappy chair that's missing its right arm because I ripped it off in rage?
I thought you got a new chair.
Yeah, where's your new chair?
It broke.
And secondly, what is this giant alien hose coming through your window? What is this?
Air conditioner.
So what is it?
Hot.
Is it blowing outside? Like what is happening?
When you put a window unit in, it's out the window, right?
Yeah,
If you don't have a window unit, you have to run the hose.
Okay, and then what is the fire hazard behind you?
What? That is my internet connection and my phone charger.
and some other like in a surge protector plugged into the wall. Like you
That's
talk
not
about a Dreamcast catching on fire.
no, the gray thing is the internet connection. It has to be plugged in because it's based. And then the thing above it is my phone charger.
I don't know what you got going on in your room. Like you got cables coming out of windows. You're about to be abducted live on stream.
Giant alien hose.
Yeah, you're wearing Ohio State stuff. You're got your hair growing. I don't know what's happening.
The problem is that you're wearing Ohio State stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
first of all.
I'll take it off right now on stream.
Woody doesn't need a TOS ban. Please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
So the other thing that got dropped, which I'm kind of excited about because it'll only be like the 4th time I've had the game, on apparently only Epic Games. I thought it was Steam, but I was wrong. So you can download GTA 5 is the game of the week through like May 21st and get it for free and keep it forever. So
I personally never cared for GTA, so it's like
it's just another way that
go into a random server that's not Grand Theft Auto servers and then mess around and kill each other, right?
yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean, did you know that that GTA 5 since it's been released is the #1 grossing video game of all time?
Are you sure?
that's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool.
I feel like that's Minecraft.
But like when you count like Minecraft has sold more copies than any game, but GTA has made more money than any other game because of all the shark cards and the money and microtransactions.
That's gonna be changed in a bit.
That's why that's why they haven't
like-
rushed to make a sequel, because why would you?
Like Fortnite is gonna take that over pretty soon, if they haven't already.
Last time I checked, Fortnite hadn't, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, there are a lot of young kids out there taking credit cards and buying all the stuff. But yeah, I mean, I plan to re-download it and see what it's all about and try to I don't know if I'll beat the story again. I might just do the multiplayer aspect of it, do the casino thing and rage at how
I can find is like top selling just based on
nothing to do with transactions. I looked.
Yeah.
I think it was always like month by month that maybe it's just like PlayStation Store or something like that, but it like repeatedly kept coming up as the #1 grossing game just from microtransactions.
Well, I believe that shark cards are expensive.
Yeah, in general. I mean, it's still an industry. Like I saw a video today on Overwatch 2 when they were talking about predicting the release date, and they said that just in the first quarter of this year, Activision and Blizzard had made over $1 billion in microtransactions alone.
I believe that. I'm telling you right now that when Overwatch 2 comes out, probably won't buy it because it's the same freaking multiplayer.
Well, and that's a lot of
for free.
What?
and that's a lot of what the video said, that it like basically they're speculating that Overwatch 1 will become free to play, because if you buy Overwatch 2 and you get access to Overwatch 1 and everything that it had, Overwatch players are going to be able to play online with Overwatch 2 players, then there's no reason to buy the first game anymore. It would be in their best interest to make it free to play.
Right, and I'm also like, I'm not gonna get the second one because I don't play single player offline. I play PvP. So if I just keep Overwatch 1, I can play Overwatch 2.
Yep.
Right. The only reason to get it would be if they've already, unless they change their mind, they've already said that any new heroes they release will be available to Overwatch 1 players. All new maps will go to Overwatch 1 players. And I'm like, so this shouldn't be, initially they said that it shouldn't be a new game, right? And from the PC standpoint, it makes perfect sense. But the reason that they're doing it that way is because the anticipated release date is when the new consoles come out. So instead of re-releasing Overwatch 1 for the next gen, they're just going to make a game that's next gen that will bring the current gen players along with it, with the previous game.
What they can do to change this is if they make it crossplay, and even then they're going to give aim assist to control the players, and I'm going to lose my mind.
Well, yeah, Overwatch is a game that, like, and the amount of people that I've had come in my chat asking, like, is Valorant ever going to be on console? I'm like, no, literally, no.
Mm-mm.
Like, if it is, it'll never be crossplay in any way, shape, or form. Like, there are games like Overwatch, games like Valorant, or even like CS and stuff like that, like they just do not belong being any crossplay whatsoever, because
It won't be
the
fair.
so different. Like Widow on console is like like kind of dog, to be honest. It's not as good, not as good. Like like Ana, that Ana's probably the biggest difference to me between like when I was playing console versus PC now. Like Ana was barely used on console.
He's saying my trigger words right now, Mark.
Yep. He is.
Like,
Oh, let me just throw a grenade and make it so that your whole kit is
no one
useless.
had precise aim. It was hard to play. It was hard to play on console. And so like, but on PC, every single fucking game has an Ana practically. Like Ana's literally a top
Yeah.
healer.
Especially now
And
that she
so
just got.
it's like it's just a monumental difference. Like the metas are just completely different. And so they're just types of this type of game that just it will never be crossplay. Plus, like Overwatch doesn't give like a rat's ass to crossplay it, because no console player on Overwatch is ever going to do anything in the Overwatch League whatsoever. The only reason Overwatch is on console in the first place is to make money for player base. That's it. Like there's there's zero competitive, like any type of what's the word? Like investment into a console player. Zero. That's for any game. Like,
Fortnite and Call of Duty made it so you could play on controller and still be okay though.
but on PC
Same with,
though.
same with the
On
new
PC.
Halo.
Well,
like,
I mean,
yeah.
Sony has the Call of Duty World Championships, and that's on console through PS4. So, I mean, they have that. Depending on what Xbox does with Halo Infinite, that might give a rebirth, but you won't know, for a year or so.
But like pretty much every single competitive game at the top level is going to be PC, no matter what. It's not about like controller versus keyboard and mouse. It's more just the platform. Like you'll never have, I don't think, at least nowadays. Maybe before you had Halo with Xbox, but like I don't know. Like it's gonna be PC at the top, no matter what, because a tournament's not gonna be ran at 60 FPS on a console. It's just not gonna happen.
Well, and that's if they do games at 60 FPS. Like even the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer for the Series X said that it's going to run at a minimum of 30 FPS, and a lot of people complain about that. It's like you're telling me that I'm getting like 12 teraflops of GPU and dropping all the specs on me, and then you drop this amazingly beautiful cinematic trailer, and then 2 days later come to find out that it's going to run, that it has the potential to run at 30 FPS, and you're already starting to do the work for your season pass. So
I will
you just told me that I'm getting an incomplete game at 30 frames.
See, to me, now being on PC though, I don't give a shit about FPS on a console. Like, because the only way that I'm gonna go back to a console game is like one thing I do miss picking up a console game and enjoying the story, enjoying the just losing a day or two in a long story game that I love, something like that. Like I'm never gonna play any type of shooter game like that FPS will actually have an impact on at like whatsoever. Never gonna play a game like that ever again on console. So it's like for me, I couldn't care less. I'm more interested in the exclusives that are gonna be coming out, like the type of game and stuff like that. I would love to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla because it looked fucking amazing on that trailer.
Yeah, it looked great.
I don't want to talk about what I did to Assassin's
probably
Creed.
play it.
Odyssey. I don't want to talk about it.
Odyssey, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about what I did to that game.
I played the first one. I played the second one. 3 is probably my favorite. That's probably just because of
Wait, 3 or Brotherhood?
3.
So the one with the Native American storyline?
No, the 3 is the Red Coast.
Yeah, 3 is the American Revolution.
Revolutionary War.
Yeah, the Native American. That's the character. He's a Native American.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean by that. Yeah. He's a Native American. Yeah, okay.
Named like Connor.
Yeah, it's Connor. Yeah. And
he's like a descendant of Desmond or something
as well. I really love Black Flag.
Black Flag was beautiful.
Black Flag. That was like one of the first games. Actually, that was.
It was the first game to do the water with the ships.
Well, it was the water, but it was also like the first game out of the PS4. It was one of the first games I got on release day on the PS4.
Yeah, and then they had to go ahead and make the
went home
mistake of
with,
doing Unity
Yeah,
because
Ooh,
because Assassin's Creed was in a bad spot for a while after that,
Like,
and then they brought it
Yeah.
back with Syndicate, which is probably
I
in
like
my
Syndicate.
top 3 favorite Assassin's Creed games because it was the first one with
So I didn't like Origins at all, but I loved Odyssey. Same engine, just didn't care about the story.
I still haven't played Odyssey. I still have a sealed copy
So,
sitting on my
long story
desk.
short, I got Odyssey the day it released, and for 3 days, I played nothing but Odyssey because I was on vacation from work, and I 100%ed it, every achievement, everything, in 3 days.
See,
I
that
don't
was
know
the
if that's
problem.
good or
That was the
bad.
problem with me for Origins. Like, I would be on my way to do a main mission, and then you'd see 47 question marks that were like treasure chest. I'm like, oh, I have to get them all.
Yeah.
Like, like I hit the level cap 10 hours before I
I
beat the
feel
game.
like
Yep.
this is a random question, but like do you guys have Borderlands?
Which one?
Any of them? 2
I
or
have
3?
I've
Borderlands
I've played
100%,
every
all the
Borderlands.
DLC.
Okay, good. I feel like us 3 playing a Borderlands like playthrough together would be really fun.
I don't have Borderlands 3 on PC yet, but I
What
can
is the
buy it.
matter with you,
I didn't
Yeah,
want to. I didn't have anyone to play with at the time because all my
Dude,
friends had it
buddy,
on
I
console.
played that game
buddy?
for like 30 hours straight on release.
Seriously,
get
I
it.
bought
You
it on
didn't know either
release.
at that time, remember?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Oh,
fair enough.
You knew me.
Fair enough.
Mark, you were playing with people that I didn't want to play with. Okay.
No, I
Damn.
played Borderlands 3 pretty much by myself.
Okay, but there was someone that you played with that I didn't care for.
Yikes. Yeah,
I don't even remember who you're.
I'll
Wait,
type it.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I know who you're talking about. Okay, I know who you're talking about. It took me a
Dang.
minute.
Because I was literally about to buy the game, and then I went to your stream and you were playing with them, and I was like, nah.
And you
But I
didn't
didn't.
think that you could have like texted me and been like, "Dude, can you start a second character so we can play?"
Have you
Hey,
met me?
wait. I want to know though.
Oh, here, I'll just type his name.
Man.
I don't know if you know the person actually.
I'm gonna freaking bacon redeem drink water. I have to go get water eventually. Damn it. What's going on?
Thank you, Bacon. He needs to stay hydrated and not on
Yeah,
Mountain Dew.
I'm like, damn, bro, make me.
But
Anyway, so one thing I want to kind of what time are we at? We got like an hour. We've been going for like an hour, right?
yeah, just passed.
Okay, so one thing that I want to start doing more often when we have people on, Wyoming.
Yo.
I want to know your background a bit. All right.
Oh,
So like,
good.
how'd you get streaming? How'd you start? What'd you
So how did I
play?
Okay.
Everything.
So
What went into it?
So to get into gaming, I've been playing since I was 6. I had an N64 and a Sega Genesis. I played a lot. I had a Game Boy Color. Played Pokemon. I was addicted from a young age, but I was mostly into like single player experiences and like rhythm games. So like when Rock Band games and Guitar Hero, I was really good at those. Like top 2% in the country, good, like ridiculous. And then my friends were all in Halo 2, and I played with them, and I wasn't great because I was never really into FPSs outside of like Duke Nukem as like a let's play with a friend kind of thing, campaign wise. And then we played Halo 2 a lot, and I was never good. And then Halo 3 got released, and all my friends, and I was a PlayStation guy, and all my friends were playing Halo 3. And I was like, okay, I'll play, and they wrecked me for like weeks, and I just couldn't get any better. And I didn't have an Xbox, so my friend had 2. He let me borrow one for a month, right around Christmas. We were on
Man,
winter break.
2 Xboxes.
Yeah.
This guy.
What a flex as like a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Well,
what a flex.
so
Bro,
when,
I
in
gotta know.
2006, when that game came out, I was a freshman. He was a sophomore in high school. So you guys understand. I was a freshman. Well, I was actually very active. Like I threw shot put, I swam every day. Like I was very active. And then they gave me an Xbox for a month. My life changed. I went from a nobody Halo player up to like getting 50s and 50s. I had like 8 50s like on Halo 3. And my friends were like, "Oh, there's no way you got that good," because they were hearing about it like from all our other friends. So I showed up, give them his Xbox back. They're like, "Let's play." I was like, "All right." So we play Epitaph with rockets, and I tell them, "You guys really don't want to do this. I've memorized the spawn points on Epitaph because I've played nothing but Lone Wolf for the past month." And they're like, "Nah, we'll be fine. It's okay." Game ends. It was 25 to 10 to 8 to 2. I had no competition. I stomped them. They were mad. I was not allowed to play Halo with them anymore. I was only allowed to watch. So, fast forward, I played a lot of Halo. Gears comes out, played a lot of Gears. Got really into Gears of War 2 and 3. Played game battles, all that extra stuff. Went to some tournaments, whatever. And then fast forward some more, I meet Mark. I'm still playing, like just playing online. I'm not streaming or anything. And Mark is really good friends, teaches me how to deal blackjack at this casino. We talk about Halo. I keep telling him to add me. He never will till I finish the class. Ooh. So I finished. He added me. We become real close. We started hanging out one day a week because that was when our schedules lined up. So we would play one day a week. I'd bring my Xbox over. We would game next to each other, whatever game we were playing that day. Most of the time, it was like Gears or Halo. Well, then he switched jobs. I lost my job at the casino, and I need another job. I went to the casino with him, and before all this, Mark was like, "Hey, I'm going to start streaming." I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll support you." So I start giving him my Twitch Prime and hanging out in his chat and stuff. He's playing. I remember he was playing World of Warcraft, the Trial Edition, which I've played a lot of World of Warcraft at this point. So I was like, "Mark, what are you doing? You're doing this all wrong." Like trying to
Oh
help
yeah,
him.
yeah. That was a long day.
It was rough, dude. It was rough. So I Twitch Prime, whatever, and then I don't know why, but I had Overwatch on PC. I've had a PC forever because I was super into League of Legends for a long time. So like I've always had a PC, but I've never gamed on it outside of League of Legends. And Mark was like, "Look, I got a PC. You have a PC. Let's stop playing Xbox. Let's just play Overwatch on PC." I was like, "Okay." He was like, "You can stream too," and I was like, "Okay." So we're streaming. It takes me like a week to get to affiliate. The day I accept my affiliate status, we run into Jfish. The day that I get affiliate. So after that, I just kept streaming, and Mark disappeared because he moved to Indianapolis. And I meet all these people like Woody, Shazam, Dr. Wubbs, Connor, Jfish, Jordan, like all these people that I've met and I've become friends with. And like streaming really was never super important to me. Like I stream a lot, but it's because I game a lot. I don't care about the monetization or the viewer count or any of that because the way I see it, regardless of how good I'm doing on Twitch, I'm playing the game. That's all I want to do. So there's nothing
mindset.
anyone could say to me or change. Like you could come in and insult me, whatever. It's not going to affect me because I'm playing the game I want to play. So regardless of what's happening on the stream, I'm happy.
That's how I started. Basically, that was a mindset that I had. You know, it gets different, like because I mean, when I started, I had still a job at McDonald's. So it's like in my mind, I was like, I don't give a fuck if I make money or not. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
I
I
still have
work
a job.
at Sprint literally all
You
the
know,
time.
right? So, but then it's like, I mean, I care about numbers and I care about revenue because, like, well, it's my
It's your
job.
sole income while you go to
So,
college. It makes
yeah,
more sense.
you
I'm
know.
old. I have a house. I have a stable job. It's a little different.
Yeah, I use it as
Yeah,
it's
like
just
the
a
same
big
thing. Though. I
stress
was like,
relief.
I mean, hey, I'm gaming. Why not try to do something with it when I'm doing it? You know, like
I mean,
have the
I
internet
get
for it.
Twitch
So,
I get Twitch payouts, but it's just like, yes, an extra $200, I'll take it.
Right,
yeah.
that goes like right to a bill.
Yeah. When you got a mortgage and a dog that eats $100 worth of food a month minimum, and electricity, internet, like everything,
God,
$200
imagine
can
having a
explain-
mortgage.
Oh yeah, imagine Mark. Imagine having a baby.
yeah, weird. Dude.
I do.
Like,
I do.
Yeah, well, if that
Weird.
baby isn't a grandmaster by the time he's 8, I'm disowning you from my
He's clearly not he's not my son if that didn't happen. Kidding.
Can we hold on? If you're Noble Warrior 88, can he be Nooble Warrior 89?
No, he will have his own identity as a gamer.
There'll be a warrior noble.
Yeah, he'll
No,
be
Warrior Noob.
Yeah. he'll be something. He has to like video games. Like I'm not gonna
He'll hate
be the type
Moira
of parent
just
to like
spite you.
He just hates Moira players.
that's
in
fine, then
general.
Yeah.
he just won't get fed. Like I don't know what to tell you.
He just won't get
You
fed.
have an option, yeah. It's
You're gonna get me into a game with him, and he's gonna be like, "Who's this clown?" I'm laughing like the Joker.
yeah.
You have to explain me to your son. You know how awkward that conversation's gonna be.
He won't even be able to see over the keyboard and he'll be destroying you.
He'll be a better tank than me. That's what he's gonna be. He's
Yeah.
gonna be a tank main.
He'll be like, "Wait, Dad, am I left-handed or right-handed?" I don't know. Try both, and he'll still destroy you.
Yeah, and
But-
then I'll challenge you to Guitar Hero 1-on-1.
You would actually lose that. I used to be at my peak. I was top 200 overall score in the world between all consoles.
I think we need to have some
And
type
all,
of Guitar Hero night because I think all three of us here were very good at Guitar Hero.
But
I
I
had
was a
over
I was a
800 songs on
band
Rock
kid, so like the rhythm part and like keeping a beat and everything, like I was
What instrument you
I-
play in band?
I played the clarinet for 8 years.
What a nerd, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Kidding.
dude, if you could have said like any other instrument, I wouldn't have laughed. Like flute, I'd be like, all right,
Clarinet.
cool.
Yeah,
Clarinet.
Squidward.
Like, I played
Squidward, yeah.
trumpet. I played trumpet for 7 years. I was the #1 chair from my freshman year of high school up. It
I
sucked.
was
I did band in 5th grade and 6th grade. That was it.
yeah, I
I did it
started
in 6th
in
grade for the sole reason of
6th
going to Six
grade.
Flags.
Hey Mark, do I need to sing songs to you?
Maybe if we play games later.
I think we need to have some type of Guitar Hero.
The problem
or
is that
something,
they
no.
don't have any like. So there's one
Download
version.
Clone Hero.
Right, I've got it, but I can't get any of my controllers to work.
Yeah, I need to get like a new one. And it's so fucking hard to find a control. You have to do it on eBay now.
Dude, and they're
'Cause
like
they don't make 'em anymore.
$130.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
insane.
In
They're
the
insane.
last Guitar Hero they made, they changed the frets. It's not the 5-key guitar anymore.
Let's
They've got
not
3
talk
top
about
and
it.
3
let's
bottom.
not talk
So
about that.
No,
Yeah, that's-
we don't talk
so
about
it's
that.
like my
horrible.
guitar. Yeah, I feel you on the guitar struggles because like mine, I still have my PS2 one,
yeah.
and so
I
I
have, like,
use
8
that with an
Xbox
adapter.
360 and Xbox One ones. Like, for real.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I need like the legit whammy bar. I need my pinky to start screaming when I stretch for the orange fret. Like
Oh, that ain't no problem for these hands.
I need that cramp in my hand to
Now the crampage is real. Hey, but
I
I
played
was
so much Guitar
I
Hero,
was
dude.
so into Rock Band that I broke this finger on my fret hand, and they said it right. Put a splint on it, whatever. I couldn't use it. Right. I went over to my friend's house the next day and said, "You know what? I want to play Rock Band." Took my splint off and played anyway with a broken finger. Just saying, it happened.
What's the matter with you?
I mean, I've taken a knife through my palm. Yeah, this palm. I've cracked my own skull. Taken a knife in my calf. I got a lot of weird stories. Let's
Just leave it at that. But
All I know is that I won. My town has a what they call Catfish Days every summer. It's basically just this festival. Really, it's mainly how much beer can you drink in 4 days.
I'm in.
For the most part. But
'em up.
for so they bring basically what happens, they bring a carnival, and they put on one of the baseball fields, which they ruin the fucking baseball field, but you know, that's fine. I'll get into that. So they bring the carnival and which I also won't comment on how many times I almost died on some of those rides, but it was fine. Still here, living it up. So but yeah, so they always had a Guitar Hero tournament, won that 3 years in a row. You know, so
Pog champ.
just saying. The reason why it's called Catfish Days is because like the river that we lived on, well, there's a lot of catfish in the river. So like they have like the fishing tournament where they tag a bunch of catfish and then you're supposed to go out and you're supposed to like catch the biggest one, blah blah blah, and they like to have prizes for it, blah blah blah. But you know, yeah, really, it's just like okay, drop your kids off the carnival, go drink as much beer as you can in 4 days. That's what most people do. But you know, it's every year, end of summer.
And you
Oh,
won the
and
Guitar Hero contest? Like,
also, there's a mud
Is-
volleyball tournament.
is there a tie
every
in
year
the
as well.
Guitar Hero up here? Like, I'm lost.
Yeah, they have a guitar. Well, they used to have a Guitar Hero tournament every year until Guitar Hero went to shit. But they used
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Then I won that 3 years.
He
in a
won
row.
3 years in a row.
So I went to a concert. It was a Corn and Evanescence concert. It was the Family Values tour up in Indianapolis, actually. And they had a tournament for Guitar Hero players there. It was on Guitar Hero 2 back then. And there was this older guy who was just destroying everybody, probably like early 20s, just destroying everybody. And me, I'm only like 14. I walk up and he's like, "You pick." And I was like, "No. You pick the song." He's like, "Are you
Mhm.
sure? What difficulty do you play on?" And I was like, "Expert? Like what? What?
Like motherfucker, what?
Like if I was watching you feed these kids on Expert, why would I
Hello?
walk up here and play
Yeah.
music? It's just embarrassing to me."
Yeah.
So no, he picks the song "Binding Light" or whatever on Guitar Hero 2. I can't remember the name of the band. But anyway, we're playing this song and he's missed like a couple notes and I'm 100%. And I'm still 100%. We get to the solo, I'm 100%. And he's like, we're playing. He doesn't realize that I'm 100%ing this. Into the song, 100%. They're like, "You just got beat by a little kid." Everyone's taunting him. I got a bunch of free Guitar Hero merch. It was great.
I used to watch. There's actually still a very very strong Guitar Hero community on Twitch too. I used to watch George. You probably know who George is.
He has
You Cog
big-
Monkey.
Yeah, people like post like
Uh,
boards of like weird songs. And
yeah,
play
yeah.
them on,
Dude, it's fun. Like, I tell you, listen, y'all are on quarantine. Like, seriously, go on YouTube and watch some of this shit, man. Like,
there's some
fucking,
ridiculous songs,
like
man.
George, Randy's fucking nuts. Randy Lady, man. That's what his name is. Like, there's already a YouTube video of him FCing, which is 100%ing a song,
Right,
not missing a note.
right.
Through the Fire and Flames, blindfolded.
That's fucking insane.
That's disgusting.
That's
That's so
literally
gross.
yes. And like
So,
it's
I was never
like
that gross.
the shit. Yeah, like the shit, and like he'll do like speed runs of like Guitar Hero 3 and stuff like that. But every song is at 150% speed, and like the craziest shit that they will do. Like they'll FC like with some of the easiest songs, but they'll speed it up to like 200%. So like this song's insane. Like the
You know,
amount of stuff that you can find, like the guys are insane in that game. There's a really strong community for it still.
you know the song "Devour" by Shinedown?
Yep.
So I memorized that song, like to the point where I don't even need to hear the music while I'm playing it in the game.
Yeah.
Because I was bored one day, and my friend comes over and he's like, "1v1 me, bro. I'm better than you." And I was like, "Okay, you pick the song." And my other friend knows that I've memorized this song, and he's like, "We'll play Shinedown, Devour." And my friend's like, "No, don't do it."
No.
So I'm like, okay. So he's playing. He was never nearly as good as me. He could play expert, but just like he would just pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we're playing, and he's like, "Have you missed a note?" We're like maybe 20 seconds in. I'm like, "No, what?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna beat you." He turns off the TV, and I just keep playing. And he's like, "Are you kidding me right now? How are you still playing?" And I just keep going. And he turns it back on, and I'm still full combo. And he's like, "What?" And my other friend's just laughing, just rolling, because he knew it was gonna happen. So yeah, that was like the one song that I memorized because I was bored one day.
Okay, yeah. Okay, here. I found the video.
Of him full comboing through the fire and the flames blindfolded.
Yeah.
That hurts my soul a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna link this. I'm gonna pull it up on my stream really quick.
You're gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
Does this pop out at all?
Just watch this man.
He missed
Play.
a note, was pissed, blindfolded.
Yeah, that's the start. That's him showing like him failing, and then the rest of his video like him doing it.
So I can like.
Oh.
Like,
Fuck.
look at this shit, dude.
Ah, fucking hell, dude.
Oh yeah, he is pissed.
Is
I'm trying to find like
unreal.
this. I'm trying to find the start of it though.
Guess we're doing this again. I don't want to play this again.
Like this is how much people played this song. The elbow strum is always the toughest part.
So
Right.
so this is gonna sound disgusting, but I was known for not upstrumming. Ever.
Not wait, you're
I
making it just
always-
that much
you
harder.
never double
You
strum.
never like double strummed?
Only on parts that were like ridiculously fast.
I
Where
was
you
saying
had
like
to.
you're just making it tougher on yourself. If you
I
do it.
know, but my brain worked down only.
I guess I
And it
understand that because I did the same thing. Unless you had to double strum, I never like hit a
Well,
single
yeah.
note going up.
There was a lot of times too, like on notes that you didn't have to strum, I still would, like on the free notes.
Right.
Mhm.
But I mean, like even some of the fast stuff where people are up and down strumming, I didn't.
Yeah.
I would just.
That's freaking weird.
Yeah.
It's freaking weird.
That's crazy.
You're just making it that much tougher on yourself.
But
Hey. It made me a better player because when I
guess
did up and
so.
down strum, it was like easy street.
I guess so. So
I guess so.
what do you guys got
It's
going
like
on
training
tonight?
with weighted arm, baby. You're playing Warzone with us, Nooble.
Oh, is that what's happening? Dude, I got Overwatch placements to do at some point, bro.
I do not give a shit about your Overwatch. I waited for a week. You're playing Warzone, and I'm gonna laugh at your name. Damn it!
That's fair. Yeah, we can. Well, it sounds like we're playing Warzone, guys. So
Okay, well to be fair, I've had plans to play Ark with Devin tonight.
Okay,
Actually.
well, what Mark? Do you have Arc?
no.
Dude, get Ark right now. I'm
He-
dead serious.
Dude, if he buys it now, he won't have it for 3 days. His internet's
true.
literally potato.
It's true. Well, you should buy it because there's a $20 bundle right now in Steam.
There is a $20 bundle, and
It
I
has
will
3
help you-
DLCs, all like the full like it's
What island
like
are you guys playing on before I start this?
we can do anything. What do you want to do?
Ragnarok's the way to go. Dog. Come on.
Okay, we can do Ragnarok. That's fine.
I'm gonna get me a wyvern at like the second day and come at Woody shooting lightning and laughing.
How big's the download?
It was like
big.
40 gigs,
It's
I
decent
think, for
size.
me.
I mean, I
it
had
was like
when
36, I think.
when I did the Warzone download at like 115 gigs, it took. I think I was done in less than a day, surprisingly.
Less
so
than a day.
yeah, less than a day. You know,
Hey, you know how long it takes me to download Warzone?
Like
I downloaded
14
it, like,
seconds.
5 minutes while streaming. Fucking hell, man.
Wait, 5 minutes? That's a lie.
I mean, pretty damn close.
No.
Arc?
No,
I
we're talking
downloaded
about
that probably 10 minutes.
We're talking about 100 gigs. That's more like an hour.
Oh, that'll take like probably 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I finished a 100 gig download on that game in like 45 minutes when I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
oh okay. So if y'all are gonna play Ark,
Think so. Why don't you watch the stream, buddy?
You know, maybe
but I feel bad because I've missed Mark though, Woody.
I know, but like I've had this plan. I miss Devin too. I haven't game with Devin forever.
We
We kinda
have
had
a
it.
if you got plans, you got plans.
Hey, we have a 4th spot. We can get him on Warzone. Just throw it out there.
I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna be up for
That's
like
true.
the next 6 hours, but that's gonna do it, guys.
Because
For
one of my coworkers is getting fired, so I don't get to sleep.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Do they
Oh.
know that they're getting fired yet?
or
Not
did you
yet,
just
they were
spoil
warned.
it on the
Did
podcast?
you just like did now like so one of your coworkers is probably fucking listening to this and we're like, oh my god, is
No,
it
they
me?
don't.
Is
no.
it me? Is it
So,
me?
so she was late to work. Then she called off today. And then she's going to New York tomorrow, all the way through the weekend. And my boss is mad, so he had to email his boss.
Because that's the
now-
place to go when the coronavirus is out there. You go to the.
Right. So then his boss said, "Don't schedule her anymore." What does that tell you?
She's getting a
I'm just gonna
permanent
laugh and just,
vacation,
like,
so
someone's gonna just some new person's gonna type my shit. Oh my god!
that's it.
Right.
I'm
Well, it
being
doesn't matter
fired.
because I have no say in the matter. I just witnessed it. You know what I mean?
Damn,
Right.
this is tough.
But guys, thank you. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to Woody's stream for catching episode 7. Huge shout out to Wyoming here. You can catch him, like I said, on Twitter at AWyoming Gaming, twitch.tv/AWyoming for all the shenanigans, Joker laughs, and etc. And we will. I think we've got guests lined up for the next 2 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, we got 3 people lined up right now and more on the
Sweet.
way. So
So yeah, we're trying to make this guest thing a weekly thing as we keep pushing on to future episodes and things like that. So again, thanks to everybody for tuning in. The VOD will be up on the YouTube channel over the weekend when I get a chance to edit it and you know, make some additions there. But we'll be back next Thursday, 9 o'clock, with a brand new guest, hopefully, and episode 8 of the podcast. So have a great night, everybody, and we will see you next week.
let's go. I can't
Nooble
believe we've done
warrior.
7, dude.
All right. now
Fucking Nooble warrior, bro.
Look at this.
Fucking
Look at
Nooble
this.
warrior, bro. Oh my gosh, you've been sitting on that the entire time.
I know. What am I doing? Oh my god.
My
Good
freaking
lord, bro. Nooble warrior, man.
okay. So I hid
Nooble warrior.
I hid Streamlabs so well that I can't pull it back up to end the recording. Andrew, help.
What?
So I drug it down so low
Oh, that's funny.
that I
Share your
can't pull.
screen.
Oh my god.
All right, well, here's the thing. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. So
Okay.
give me a moment.
Screen
I'm
one.
probably gonna grab a
No,
bowl of cereal as well. Entertain
I
chat.
need.
I'll do my best. You figure out sharing your screen while I go grab a do.
Okay, well, I guess that's screen 1, but I need to share screen 2. Can I just hide my taskbar?
Yeah, you can do that. Right click at the bottom on a taskbar.
And then do what?
Hit taskbar settings. And then where it says automatically hide taskbar and desktop mode, turn that on. It's like the second one.
Okay, that brought it back.